Hello there. In this video, I'm going to be showing to y'all and explaining to y'all how to control and overcome your lust. Now, we all know what lust is. It's one of the deadliest sins in the Bible, and lust can be a very serious thing because we all have lust and we always struggle and sort of have trouble with overcoming it. And I want to help out, okay? So I figure why not and not make this video boring, instead make it more creative, more fun, more like more exciting, you know what I mean? 'Cause you can see I got my my glasses. The last time I wore this when I did the Christmas video, which I didn't do it for last year, 2023. So I'm gonna do it for this year because I figure why not, and also because it's, you know, not too late. But yeah, stay tuned. So when we talk about lust, I'm not talking about pornography lust, or let's just say guys lusting over girls and possibly girls lusting over for guys. I'm talking about a next level hard evil lust. And what I mean by that, I mean bigger trouble levels with lust. Not just to other people, but to other things. That's right. People lust for other things. Shoes, food, products, brand, and what do you think the last one is? Guilt. Yep. So, oh, actually, no, it's not guilt. It's actually jealousy. So, but guilt and jealousy is kind of the same thing. So, well, not really, but yeah, those are the things that people are also lusting for, is those stuff. Now, this is not the official, like, official things that people are lusting for, but I know for a fact that that's what people are lusting for the most. But let's talk about the food. Now, a lot of people may lust food a lot because, you know, let's just say they love to try and eat new food. You know, they go on TikTok, on social media, and they see something, a new recipe, whether a person, a chef, or whoever makes this really wild, crazy food ideas, recipe, and then they want to try it out. But the problem though is that sometimes people, they take too serious when they make those types of foods. But also they take way too personally serious. Instead of making them, they're ruining it even more. Basically wasting for views. So what I mean is that if you go on TikTok, you'll see a bunch of people doing these weird, random ass recipes where guys just be wasting food, or they are making this so that you can eat or consume, but really they're just wasting it. For example, tipsy bartender, something like that, where this guy supposedly shows y'all how to make alcohol, making these crazy, wildly new drinks and new flavors. But really, he's just wasting it just for the views. And a lot of people wanted to make that stuff. But that's not the only one. There's also another person, I don't know the name of it, but he makes these, or no, he goes to different restaurants to try new food. And then he's encouraging others, like you guys, to go try it out. And a lot of people are just lusting for food because they saw or they heard on social media and they want to try it out for themselves to see what it is. But here's the thing though, lust on food is really bad, okay? Because, like, think about it, man. You want to eat just because they eat, or just because your favorite idols encouraging y'all to eat? Buddy, you gotta get it in your head that this is not a game. This is a very serious thing. These people out there, they're trying to brainwash you, okay? Like, literally, if you keep lusting for food, or you want to make these weird hacks on food, because that's also another thing, hacks. People on social media wants to make these crazy hack food where they're trying to encouraging y'all to do the same thing. But really, people is just lusting for food because they think that food is part of life. What it is true, it is very true. Food is part of life. It actually what we need, is what our body needs to eat, to protect, to stay alive. And I'm okay with it. But what I'm not okay though is that people just encouraging you to do these stuff just so they can waste your time. And then when you like make these foods, or let's say you on TikTok or on YouTube and some guy make this really a table plate of nachos, like a a plate or a table. You know how guys, people, girls, adults, where they make like this little table nachos, and then they put like aluminum foil on top of the table, like they roll it as if it was a plate, and then they put chips on it, guacamole, cheese, all that stuff, and then you're like, oh man, I want to try that. But then you realize and you ask yourself, do I really need to make that just so that I can waste food? Or do I just, is it all just in my head and I'm lusting for it? Well, I hate to tell you, but you're definitely lusting for it. So therefore, you shouldn't make it, and you just stick with your own plan and just eat it normally, okay? Because that's what people do, is they like to waste food, and then they encouraging you to eat it or try it for yourself, which really is stupid and dumb. And it's not just that nacho table, it's also other things too, you know, like the tequila that I was talking about earlier, going to restaurants, food hacks, and, you know, retarded things. So yeah, so that's the thing though. When you see something on the internet and you want to try it out for yourself or make that, please don't do it, okay? Because it's all in your head, and then you're going to regret it, and then it's just a very serious thing. So anyway, that's it for the end of the food. Now, let's talk about the shoes. Now, this I'm actually really excited to talk about more, because we are all sneakerheads. I'm not going to lie, I'm also a sneakerhead. I love shoes. I like brands like Jordans, Nikes, Adidas, Pumas, all that stuff. But sometimes people, they just get too serious with the shoes. For example, sneakerheads, hypebeasts, resellers, man. Because I hate resellers. I hate hypebeasts, because all they do is they just buy expensive stuff like Jordan's collaboration with Travis Scott's, Unions, Off-Whites, and expensive stuff. And it's just, hell no. Me, although I am a sneakerhead, I like original stuff. So meaning that I like the shoes from the 90s. I like the shoes sometimes from the early 2000s, 2010s. Like, I like original stuff. Original Jordans, original Nikes, Adidas, Vans, Pumas, all that stuff. I'm not like those types of sneakerheads that buy a bunch of like expensive shoes, or, you know, like Off-Whites, all that stuff, or they go to sneaker cons and stuff like that, and then they charge you, and then they resell it for stuff like that. No, hell no. And I've never been to sneaker con, by the way. So for those that ask, have you ever been to there? No, I have not. Okay, because I know that's what you guys are gonna be asking me for. But anyway, though, this is very serious, because before back then, shoes were nothing. Okay, sneakers, I should say, they were just normal shoes. They were normal, just innocent looking shoes. You know, you wear them on just to protect your feet, and you go outside and boom. Sometimes for styling, like Air Forces back then, the Jordans back then, they used to cost so cheap, and like you would wear them and then just to, you know, look cool and everything. But now, because we're this new generation with new stuff, new people, social medias and stuff like that, it just takes it to the next level. People just take too serious when they buy shoes. People, they have sneaker collection, and they like to buy shoes. So many shoes, mostly reps, because sometimes they can't afford the real deal, but they just can't stop buying shoes. A person buying 100 pairs of Air Forces, and a person buying shoes just to look like them. But then you ask yourself, do you really need that shoes? Or do you really want those shoes? And do you really need them just so you can look like that person? Me? I ain't gonna lie, I've been there. I was that person, but not the 100 pairs of Air Forces or the buying the shoes like they look like. But still, I was part of that. I admit it. I am confessing that I did buy a lot of shoes, but I don't have that much pairs. I only have like 20 pairs. I know it's a lot, but still, other people, they have like 100, almost 200, 300. And I'm like, damn, goddamn, like so much shoes, bro. Like, what do you need so much shoes for? But here's the thing though. When those people buying those shoes on resale, whether they're reps or the real thing, they need to ask themselves, do they really need those shoes? Or is it all in my head that I really wanted those, or that I really needed one of those shoes? The answer, no, you don't need those shoes. Why? Because it's all in your head. And also, people are not only encouraging you, but they're also like brainwashing you to make you want to buy and want those pairs. You know what I'm trying to say? So then you realize that you don't need those shoes. So let's say I'm a sneakerhead, a hype beast, and I want to buy shoes so that I can look cool person. Or, for example, that famous person right there, Michael Jordan, he has those Olympic 7s, and I want to look just like him. Or a rapper wearing those Air Penny 4 Orlandos. Or a rapper, you know, the new generation rappers wearing the Off-White ones. I was like, oh man, I really want those because he has those. But I can't afford them because they're too expensive. And so I have to buy the reps. Now, when that person is ready to buy those shoes, they stop for a minute and they ask themselves, do I need those shoes just to look like him? Would I feel or would I lose myself? The answer, yes. Okay? You don't need those shoes. It's just in your head. Like, you don't even need shoes just to look cool. I mean, you can just be yourself. And same goes with the branding and clothes, which I'm going to get to that in a sec. Like, you just don't need those shoes at all. Do you need those Off-White ones? No. Do you need those Olympic 7s? No. Do you need those, what was that other shoe I forgot I said? Let's put in the Air Max, for example. Do you want the Air Max? Do you need those because that person has them and just to look cool? But even though you're not going to wear them because you're scared or you may be having anxiety and autism? No. You don't need those at all. And it's pretty crazy because lots of millions of people around the world, or I should say here in the United States, are still currently struggling with shoes addiction because they buy shoes just to feel better or just to look like them, you know, look like the other cool guys, you know, rappers, famous people, celebrities, but mostly rappers because they be wearing a lot of shoes, a lot of expensive clothes and stuff like that. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to impersonate like them by wearing the shoes and to look cool and just to, you know, show off basically. So like if a guy buys thousands of pairs of the same shoes but different colorway, or the same shoes or a bunch of shoes that, you know, they want to or like they need to, buddy, you gotta get in your head that it's all in your head. It's literally lust. You are lusting for shoes, and that is a very dangerous and serious stuff. So I'm gonna get into the to the last two. That is the last three. That is the brands, shoes, or brand, clothing, and the guilt/jealousy. Now all that, I'm gonna cover that, and then I'm gonna explain to y'all how you can control and overcome them. It's the same thing with the shoes. A lot of people buy expensive clothes like Gucci, Purple, Shine, etc. Well, not really Shine, but they just buy clothes from Shine just to look cool, and also because they're being influenced and they want to fit in. But then you ask yourself, do you really need those stuff? Do you really need those clothes just to look cool or just to make yourself feel good? You already know the answer. No, you don't need those because it's all in your head, and also it's just lust. Same thing with the branding or the clothing. Doesn't matter what brand it is. Doesn't matter if it's Prada or Gucci or Cardi or whatever look. It's all in your head. And you don't need those. Same thing with the shoes, you know. You don't need those, and you don't even need to try those stuff. And the last one is the jealousy and guilt. Some people get very jealous because they see other people get to do all the good stuff and have all the good stuff while you can't, and that you're just having jealousy. And also when you do go out there, let's say a person sees a person having a person sees a modeler or a famous people having that amazing strong body, and that person wants to have like a surgery. But then you ask yourself, do you really need a plastic surgery, or are you just gonna waste your money? The answer, you already know. It's all in your head. Why? Because it's lust. You don't need plastic surgery just to look cool. Like literally, you can just be yourself. And that's the answer. Self-confidence, self-positive talk, and be yourself. I think that's the answer. Wait, hold on. Let me think real quick. But most importantly, be yourself, self-positive talk, and be confident. That's it. What all that means is that if you have, and also, I forgot, be grateful. Be grateful, self-confidence, and positive talk. I keep messing up a lot because I keep forgetting which line, because I didn't read like a script or nothing like that. All that is coming directly out of my mind. All I'm trying to say is that just because you see other person doing this or trying that or have that cool stuff like the shoes or brands or trying the new food or going out and doing retarded stuff doesn't mean you don't have to do it, because it's all in your head. Like it's forcing you. It's like it's playing a trick on you that you do want that, but in reality you don't. Same thing with smoking, same thing with drinking, same thing with trying other retarded things like alcohol or trying this like little what's it called, Red Bull challenge, and then you realize that you don't need that. Or doing retarded things in your bathroom where you fill up your whole bathtub with milk or Gatorade or Prime or something like that. You realize that you don't need that. Why? Because it's on your head, and also it's lust. And same thing with the shoes. You don't need those expensive Air Max or those Off-Whites. Instead, I want you to self-positive talk. Let me show you an example. I have a pair of Air Force Ones. See, they're all beat up because I've been wearing them a lot. But here's the thing though. I'm grateful to have these. Why? Because it's a shoe that always goes with everything. It's classic, it's iconic, and of course they're comfortable. And then you realize that you want a pair of, I don't know, any shoes that are expensive because you see your favorite idol, which really they're not really your idol, they're just a human being like you are, have those. And then you realize that I don't need those shoes. Why? Because I'm not trying to look like that person. I want to be my own self. And I'm grateful to have these. I really am grateful actually to have these because, you know, like I said, I'm not like one of those types of sneakerheads where they buy a bunch of shoes, the same shoes, or like expensive shoes like Off-Whites, Jordan collaborations, Travis Scott's, Air Forces, you know, stuff like that. So instead, I'm grateful and I self-positive talk. Like, let me give you another example. I feel like mostly this is just for shoes because a lot of sneakerheads out there, they're struggling a lot because they spend too much money on shoes just to make me look cool because they've been inspired by other people. But in reality, you don't need those shoes. And you're just wasting your money. I have the Air Jordan 11 playoffs. Not breads, playoffs, because that's what the OGs call them. Notice that I've been wearing them not too much, but then I realized that I didn't need these shoes because this shoe right here, I've been wanting these for years. But then I asked myself, do I really need these shoes? Did I still want these shoes or need them in my collection? Well, I don't put them in my collection, although I do have a sneaker collection, so they pretty much are in my collection. But I wear these just because I want them and also because I'm an OG sneakerhead. Like, I know facts about it because this is a shoe that Michael Jordan won his fourth champion in 1996 against the Seattle Supersonic, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, for the fourth champion, because I know my stuff. And you know, when I see a person wearing Off-Whites or like let's say expensive shoes like Louis Vuitton or something, like, you know, expensive shoes, mostly like Off-Whites, Air Max, Travis Scott, like that, I just self-positive talk. Hey, I have these instead. These are like way better than those. Man, those joints don't have no history. This right here, man, this is the shoe that make history. MJ wore these to win his fourth champion. That's it. That's all you gotta do, man. That's all you have to do. It's self-positive talk. Be grateful, self-confidence, and just, you know, ignore what the influencers are trying to say. Because again, lust can be very serious. Very serious, man, because we all struggle with lust. You know, it's not just with other people. It's not just about sex or like crazy deeply like you're so lustful for love, like stuff like that. It's about other things as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. Lust can be very serious. Lust can be very, very dangerous. And if you know someone that's currently struggling with like an addiction, whether they're lusting for stuff like food, products, overbuying a bunch of stuff that they don't really need, help them out, man. Or if not, use this video and send it to another person that you know, because maybe this video could help. Because not other videos, or I don't see anybody else make this types of videos or explain it correctly. But me, because I'm the only EdwinB and I know sort of the answers, I had to do it. Now, my explaining may not be that perfect because of my disability and also because of my anxiety, because I get scared nervously talking in front of the camera. But at least I know like the actual, like I know what I'm talking about, okay? So hopefully a scientist or a, what's it called, a smart guy uses like famous or smart technology can be able to translate this correctly to not make this video sound all retarded or sound all like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? But yeah, man, that's all I'm trying to say is that be grateful for what you have and don't let nobody take you, or don't let nobody like inspire or force you to buy that, which you don't need those shoes. Because again, no, you don't need any of that stuff just to live life. Why? Because you have yourself. And me, I was addicted to a lot, mostly the shoes that I have. But now I'm going to quit buying shoes because I have so much, and also because like I don't need shoes to look cool because I already know who I am, and also I'm confident on who I am. I'm not trying to look like no famous people like the rappers and stuff like that, because I don't need to, because I'm EdwinB, because I found my real true selves, while others, they didn't find their real true selves. And that's another thing, is that people overbuy and they lost for stuff because they haven't found their real true selves. But I did, because I know my stuff, and I'm confident on who I am, and I'm happy that on what I do and who I am. And also because, you know, I'm the only EdwinB. What else can I say, G? So I'm going to put this video to an end because it's almost at 25 minutes. So, yeah, hopefully this video helps you out. And as always, have faith in yourself. Take care of yourself. Always ask for help. And good luck in the real world. And let me tell you something. You'll save a lot of money if you stop, or if you don't buy that much stuff. Because you don't need any of that stuff. Because you gotta learn how to be yourself. So yeah, that's it. Take care, and yeah, thanks for watching. Alright, that's it for everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know this was kind of a wild, not expected video that I wanted to, but still it's something worth for me to sort of spread y'all the message that I'm trying to say about with the lust. And again, lust is it's a very dangerous sin, and that we all have lust, but also lust can be taken far to the next level when we all lust for stuff like products, food, shoes, and etc. But mostly with shoes, because, you know, or not exactly shoes, but like products, because, you know, people just want more and more and demand more until they realize that they didn't need any of that, and that all that was just a waste of time and a waste of money. So hopefully I was able to help people out. And again, you know, if you're having trouble having problems with addiction, with lust, or that you're controlling, or you can't control it, you can't like overcome it, or you just can't like help yourself, I guess you can say, you know, reach out to someone, because, you know, we are all here to help. Sometimes people they may betray you, or they may not like you, but they may have hearts, and they can help you. Or talk to AI, because that's what I do, since I can't really trust the people. But still, always find for help. And I'm going to end this video right now because it's making this video 2 minutes long. So yeah, hope you enjoy. And as always, take it easy. And yeah, EdwinB out.